And the South Coast Air Quality Management District is one of 32 local air districts in the state of California. By far, we're the largest air district. We encompass the 4 counties of Southern California. That includes LA County, San Bernardino, Riverside, and Orange County. And we do have the most stringent or severe air pollution in the country. The challenges we face are, we're dealing with a new 8-hour ozone standard, a new PM 2.5 standard. But in South Coast, we actually, in 2001, there was a toxic air study called MATES-2. And it actually measured with many monitors the toxic air contaminants in the South Coast Air Basin. That analysis basically showed that the ambient air in South Coast, there's excess 1,400 cancer risk in 1 million. That was alarming. And based on that, our board took action by adopting fleet rules in the year 2000-2001. And of course, California has adopted, as you all know, AB 32, which is the Pavley bill, which requires greenhouse gas reduction in California that by 2010 we revert back to 1990 levels. So that's a tremendous task in front of us to get that kind of reduction. Of course, the board's concern for diesel was also taking into account the gap in petroleum dependency, that we don't have enough petroleum that's going to satisfy our needs in the South Coast. So we have to look at alternative fuels. And that was part of the decision in adopting the fleet rules in 2000-2001. You can see how the gap here is relative to heavy duty and light duty trucks, the use of petroleum in our domestic oil production. There is a significant gap that we're going to realize by 2020. Basically in South Coast, the heavy duty truck population of heavy duty diesels is 884,000 vehicles. Assuming that 15% of the garbage trucks, buses, and trucks are natural gas vehicles in the South Coast, we can displace 125 million gallons of diesel per year. The overall California demand for diesel is 3 billion. This is a chart which depicts in 2007 the heavy-duty engine certs in California. And you can see basically that the blue dots are natural gas engines and they're certed. On the vertical scale is the PM limit, and on the horizontal scale is the NOx plus non-methane hydrocarbon. By far in 2007, you can see that the natural gas engines were cleaner in NOx than the diesel engines. But you could still, even in 2008, natural gas engines are by far cleaner than diesel engines for NOx. This slide sort of depicts how far behind the U.S. is with other countries in terms of natural gas vehicles. Actually, the U.S. is getting passed up in terms of research and development on alternative fuel from other countries, and we're starting to see this growth go on in other countries. From a greenhouse gas standpoint, we think we chose the appropriate track. As Joanne said, with alternative fuels, you get a 20 to 25% greenhouse gas credit. So we think that we're on track to meet the governor's goal of greenhouse gas reduction through alternative fuels. And the road to success, we need, we can't stop at the 2010 heavy-duty truck standard. We're going beyond that. We're looking at blending natural gas with hydrogen to even go beyond the 0.2 gram for NOx and getting ultimately to zero emissions. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.